You think a tow bar's, it's just a tow bar, right? And it's a big chunk of steel. And Hayman Reese have solved all of these little issues when it comes to the Xbar.
There you go, how's that? Textbook recovery, Gil. Good on you.
The load that you can put on this thing when you're using snatch straps, big recoveries, is insane. Whether it's a wagon or a ute, you have to consider this product. You have to have a look at it. Hi guys, welcome back to Loading Up. We got Mia's Jeep in here with just another video on it. And while we're here, I'm gonna have a quick talk about this big contraption in the back, tow bar. You think a tow bar's, it's just a tow bar, right? It has a job to put whatever you're towing on the back of, and it's a big chunk of steel. But reinventing the wheel is something that I love to affiliate with companies that do that, because I think Hayman Reese have just knocked it completely out of the ballpark. When it comes to tow hitches, tow bars specifically for the off-road industry, you know, it's definitely a product that's been developed by people that go four-wheel driving. You think about in the early days, and I remember I used to have a big problem here with the boys when we started building Super Tourers of putting like Anderson plugs and your brake plug connector, but majority of tow bar fitters will all do that on four-wheel drive. So I'll screw them into the bottom. The first track you go down, when you hit a washout, first thing that happens is you rip the plugs off the back. I remember the first trip that we ever did with Patriot Campers up to Cape York. It was a consistent problem. I was driving a 200 series wagon. One of my buddies had a 200 series wagon, and my brother was in his Hilux. All three of us did exactly the same thing. And Hayman Reese have solved all of these little issues when it comes to the Xbar. Hayman Reese are an Australian manufacturer. These things are still built here in Australia. They're built down in Melbourne. I've been to the facility, I've toured the plant. All of the R&D happens down there. And I'll just run you through a couple of features, because if you're building an off-road vehicle, whether it's a wagon or a ute, you have to consider this product. You have to have a look at it. And realistically, the investment that you make into towing a $20,000 or $250,000 caravan on the back, this is the thing that's really going to protect it. The center hitch is rated at 8 tons recovery, and your outside hitches are rated at hitches. Recovery points are rated at 4 ton. So the load that you can put on this thing when you're using snatch straps, big recoveries, is insane. I mean, you saw what Mia did at Moreton Island when she was pulling my Jeep out. So that's a really big part of it, is the construction method. One of the main things that they've really focused on when it comes to Xbar is tucking the bar up as high as they can into every vehicle that they make the bar for. Typically speaking, when it comes to towing a Patriot camper, because we have a very, very high hitch for off-road ability and ground clearance, we normally have to use big step-up hitches to get the trailer up to, because most tow bars, they really destroy your departure angle. Hayman Reese's, you'll notice on all of them, even on the Jeep, we've trimmed the back of the bar here just to tuck that thing right up in there, which gives you a huge advantage. Getting back to the plugs, you can see here, they all come with trailer plugs that are integrated into the bar, well above any place that they could possibly get damaged. And they do exactly the same thing with Andersons on the side as well. Anyone who's towing anything these days is using Andersons. I think gone are the days of even boat trailers having batteries installed now. You can see in the back here, you've got a little bit of real estate there as well. We've got 2 Schrader valves in the back here for the manual fill on Mia's kit. That's something else that they've thought about. And I just think, I think you can't get past it. It's something that's very, very neglected, but you've got to check them out. Hayman Reese X-Bar, available, I think, for pretty much any vehicle. We've done a lot of development with these guys as well on a couple of different models, including this one here. This is the first Jeep JL Hayman Reese bar that came straight out of the factory as a prototype. We're in contact with engineering. They wanted us to document any issues that we had with the install, and I don't think I even sent them an email after we installed. I just sent them a photo and said, yep, job done. And that's what you get when you go with Australian made, Australian quality, Australian engineered. You can't go past it. So make sure you check that out, Hayman Reese X-Bar. Friday afternoon, we're going to finish loading up and we're out of here.